If you've ever driven through Claremont, you see many wonderful old buildings built out of rocks. They seem to be everywhere. But who built them? How long have they been there? It's obvious that the city is built around them instead of just knocking them down. They must have a story to tell.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
The citrus industry in Claremont began in the late 1890s, and by the early 1900s, most of the non-residential parts of the city were planted in orange, lemon, and grapefruit groves. The College Heights and El Camino packing houses soon followed. Claremont citrus trees would create a huge industry for the community and shape the town well into the 20th century. Because Claremont sits in one of the largest alluvial fans in the world, many granite rocks and boulders are washed down from the mountains. In the early days, when the fields were originally plowed, tons of these rocks and gravel were exposed. So many, they were referred to as Claremont potatoes. The clever builders of the day used them to build their houses, barns, walls, and pump houses. The Russian village portion of the city was built for the citrus workers using the discarded rocks from the groves. The distinctive elephant toe curbs found around Claremont are a remnant of these rocks as well. The houses and structures we still see around Claremont are a reminder of those times. This beautiful old house behind me is only about a half a mile from my own house. I've driven past it almost every day for the last 40 years. But until I did the research for this video, I didn't realize how important this house was in the history of Claremont. Doc Johnson owned 167 acres of lemon groves in Claremont. His property extended from Foothill Boulevard to Baseline on both sides of Mountain Avenue. He also owned a huge tract of land above Claremont known as Johnson's Pasture. His house was designed by Robert Hall Orr and was completed in 1907. The house is located at 1333 Mountain Avenue. Orr went on to design many buildings in Claremont, including the Pitzer Piers House, Claremont High School, the Verbal Building downtown, and many other buildings throughout Claremont, Pomona, and Upland. Just up the road on Baseline, you can see the rest of the Johnson Citrus Ranch, also designed by Robert Orr. The Pitzer House, located at Town and Foothill, was finished in 1912 for Lee Pitzer and his wife. Lee's father, Samuel, had established citrus groves north of Baseline Avenue. In 1901, Lee married Edith Blanche Beckett. Her father, James Beckett, owned most of the water rights in many citrus groves in North Claremont. In 1910, Lee took over operations and the Pitzer Ranch complex was formed. A pump house near Padua and Baseline irrigated some of the lower groves. The city has embraced that structure and created a wonderful little exhibit with additional information. If you drive a little north of there, along Pomelo Avenue, you'll find another one of these beautifully built pump houses. It served the Pitzer North Groves, the Forb Groves, and the Bauman family groves. The Bauman House can be found at 1992 North Indian Hill Boulevard, adjacent to the 210 freeway. Property is where Claremont Manor is located now. In 1948, because of his wife's poor health, Lee Pitzer donated 40 acres of orange groves to Pacific Homes Corporation with the intention of building a tastefully appointed retirement home befitting the elegance and charm of Claremont. Lee and Blanche moved into the manor in 1949. In 1951, she passed away. Lee joined her in 1969. He and his beloved wife, Edith Blanche, are together forever in Oak Park Cemetery. It's wonderful to see these old reminders of a simpler time here in Claremont 91711. If you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it, then please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Okay if I film your dog?
Yeah.
I do videos about Claremont and
Oh,
you
there
guys
you
would
go.
fit right in.
Perfect.
Have a great day.
You too, thank you.